See how much a Thunderbolt does. It's resisted. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage. I think a Thunderclap actually takes me out from this range, actually. And the sad thing is, if he goes into the Urshifu here, he just makes it so I can't protect, so it doesn't really matter. Assuming that's how much a Thunderbolt, I think Thunderclap just gets rid of me here. With another speed boost, it doesn't really matter. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation Age VGC. Glalie is an ice type that you do not see at all, especially in Regulation Age, even being that it's a lower power format. This thing being an ice type just kind of gets wrecked by a lot of the steel types being played currently. King Gambit, Golden Go, and there's a lot of other stuff that goes Terra Steel that just kind of wreck this thing and make its life really miserable, but it is one of the only few Pokemon in the game, apart from I think it's Scovillain and Smeargle, that get moody. So it's kind of cool in that way. You can try to snowball and maybe do something with moody, and that's kind of what this team really does. We're going to see if Glalie is any good. I have really no expectations for this thing at all. The bar is set pretty low for this thing, but we're going to see how it does. More of a meme fun team today, so we're going to kind of break this team down. We're going to hop in some games. Team by Dr. Funk, so if you guys want to use this team, paste for this team should be down below in the description. If you guys want to use the team in-game, rental code up in the corner. A lot of cool stuff on this team. There's a lot of other interesting things too. So we're going to kind of break it down. If you guys have any other stuff you guys want to see me feature in as well, kind of run low on teams, or at least stuff that's kind of interesting and not like copy-paste rental team number 10, like you see on every single showdown match, or on most of your higher tier ranked ladder in-game matches. So if you guys have anything interesting you guys want to possibly have me feature, one of your own teams or somebody else's team that you have that you think is really cool and might be cool to feature, give me the rental code down below, either in the comments or over on Discord, link that down below, or on Twitter, X, link that down below as well in the description if you guys want to go over there and get in contact with me, sharing your rental codes and that type of thing. Apart from that, let's kind of talk a little about this team. We got the Glalie with the leftovers. Pretty much what this thing does, your Terra Electric with the Moody, you protect turn 1, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know if you really need to. Most of the time you do, though, because you literally have 80 base stats in every single stats across the board. So you're not really the best, so you're hoping to get a really good Moody boost turn 1 to kind of snowball off that. So it's really luck-based, but that's kind of what it really does. You have the Ice Beam, you have the Icicle Crash, and the Terra Blast. Pretty much why this thing is mixed is because of Moody. So if you get a +2 attack or special attack boost, you can actually kind of play with those stats. So you have a special and a physical move in the Terra Blast. The damage from Terra Blast actually does damage based off of what your highest stat is, whether it's your attack or special attack at the current time. So if you have a higher special attack than your attack, for example, you get a +2 Moody boost off that, then the Terra Blast will be a special move, special electric type move, and vice versa. That's kind of how it works. So kind of an interesting concept, kind of playing based off Moody attack boosts. We're going to see how it actually does. You don't have a focus sash though, and I don't think Terra Electric is really the greatest thing on this thing. It's good for dodging a steel type move, but even resisted, your stats really aren't the greatest anyways. I have a feeling a lot of your really hard hitting steel types, especially Golden Go and King Gambit anyways, that usually run steel type moves, or even Arclodon, or you'll probably still two-shot this thing most of the time, even with resisted hit being Terra Electric. So we're gonna see if that really matters. Got these safety goggles, Clefable. It's mainly for redirection support. You also have the skill swap there to reset your own Drizzle or grassy terrain. You can also use it to kind of screw around with your opponent's team if they have some really cool abilities or something to maybe try to take away from them. Apart from that, it's kind of more of a standard set with the Terra Water. Miracle Seed, standard Rillaboom set. Got these Citrus Berry Gothitelle with the Heal Pulse. You actually have the Perish Song stuff on this team as well, so you also have a Perish Trap dynamic to this team too, which is kind of cool. See how much that actually works. This team really isn't fully dedicated to it though. I think if this team was fully dedicated to a Perish Trap team, it'd be a little bit better if you wanted to play that way, but it's an option. I just don't think it's going to be really reliable, because the only thing you really have to trap stuff is the Gothitelle and maybe the Politoed, and both of those really aren't the most bulky of mons, and they can kind of get worn down pretty easily, especially if you're not able to heal pulse. So that actually does. Got the Aya Papa Berry, Politoed, the Terra Grass. Apart from that, just a really standard set. And then AV Arclodon. Probably the most damage dealer on this team that's going to be dishing out most of the damage, or probably carrying most of the matches if I were to guess. So that is pretty much the entire team. Let's hop in some games, see how this thing does. Alright, we're in the match. My opponent has is pretty much a single restricted regulation G team. Eternatus, Chien-Pao, Entei, Basculegion, Sinistcha, and Sableye. What I want to do here? Funny enough, actually, the Glalie ain't too bad to do a few things on his team, because the ice typing is actually pretty good into his team, apart from like the Entei and the Basculegion. Apart from that, everything else takes decent damage from it. The issue is, though, like, I need some stat boosts to try to do decent damage, or I just get outsped and probably one-shotted by most things, so... I think what I do here is I just lead Politoed and the Arclodon lead. I'm kind of giving him Rain, which kind of sucks if he's Swift Swim, Basculegion, or if he's, like, Adaptability, Choice Band, which is really bad. But I can't really play around that, unfortunately. I think I'm going to bring the Glalie in the back. I'm going to bring the Clefable here. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. For some reason, a lot of you guys that watch my videos, like 90% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you are new and you do watch my videos on a consistent basis, or if it's your first time here, and you plan on staying up to date with the channel, please subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Helps me out and helps you keep up to date with the channel every time I upload or every time I go live over here as well. And if every single one of you guys that do watch, out of that 90% of people that are not subbed, did sub to the channel, we'd probably be way past 2,000 subscribers by now, so it really helps out if you guys would do that. So, pleased with this. Part of me actually kind of just wants to perish Song here, I really do, but I don't know what he really is trying to run. I'm just going to go for Icy Wind, and I'm going to start going for Electro Shot here. Eternatus can't really touch me, like he has Dynamax Cannon, but I'm AV. So it's not going to really do that much. I kind of just want to start getting boost. There's the light screen. Maybe I should have went for Perish Song. Meteor Beam. So he's running like, he's Power Herb, Meteor Beam, Eternatus. It was about half. I actually tanked that pretty damn well. I don't know behind the light screen. I'm assuming it's probably going to do over half at least, but behind the light screen, it's not going to one-shot the Sableye anymore. It's about half. It's fine. Just Icy Wind. I don't know, does he have Sunny Day on this thing? Because he could also have Weather, just for like the Entei on his team. Or like his own Rain, maybe. It's Icy Wind here again. Okay, Icy Wind again. Actually, I'm going to Protect. I'm going to Protect here to buy a turn. And I'm just going to Electro Shot and get the Sableye out of here. Because the Eternatus can't really touch Arclodon. Like, I don't know what he has for me at all. Dynamax Cannon, Sludge Wave, or Sludge Bomb. Like, what's your other move to really touch me? Maybe Flamethrower, which does nothing. I'm AV, so I should eat this pretty damn well. Okay, that does way more than I thought it was going to. Why does that do so much? Shitty thing is, too, he actually still outspeeds me, so I'm probably dead on this next turn. I don't know, I have a feeling I might get swept by Eternatus. My main check to this thing is the Arclodon. I just gotta hope on this next turn he takes out the Politoed and I can do some damage on him. Just in his shot, which is annoying. I'm gonna Icy Wind again. I could Perish Song as like a last ditch effort here too, which I can maybe do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Perish Song and then I'm just gonna Dragon Pulse here if I somehow live. That's crazy. I'm Salt Bested in that. That literally did over half. It did like 65% to me. That is fucking crazy. And I actually died of that, okay. I think I'm about to get swept by an Eternus behind screens, y'all. I don't think the Glalie is enough to pull this match back. I think I just get literally one-shotted by him. I'm assuming he has probably Sludge Bomb on this thing. He hasn't shown us yet, but I don't know why you'd run Eternus without a poison move. I'm gonna protect here. I could skill swap. What does skill swap really do for me here, though? Really do much actually, because then I give him unaware, and then if I start getting good boost, then it doesn't matter. So I think skill swap doesn't really do much for me here. I think I just go for follow me. Actually, I could have went for damage. That was kind of dumb because I protected anyway, so that was just a waste. I could have went for damage. Could have went for damage. That was a misplay. I misplayed big time. Doesn't matter. I just get one shot by a Sludge Bomb anyways, so it literally doesn't matter. What I need right here is I need a special attack or an attack boost to stay in this match. Moment of truth right here. There's the defense. That does not matter. And my special defense drops, so I lose. So I pretty much lose here. I'm gonna ISO crash to the Eternus. I want to see if I can outspeed him. I think I just want to get one shot here, though. Wow, that's great. I never thought I was going to go onto the ladder and I just get swept by an Eternus behind screens. Oh, that's fun. Kind of a grim reminder, though. Starting December, I think it's December 1st, Pokemon Showdown is going to have Regulation G back on the ladder in preparation for the new year, because I think on January 9th. I think it started January. Regulation G does come back, so a lot of people are already testing their Regulation G teams out again on the ladder and wondering where Regulation G is, especially on Showdown. So at least when we're recording this about a week away, Regulation G will be back on Showdown to play and build for on there. And then in-game, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to start going back to Regulation G here towards the end of the year, so I don't know. I really don't want to go back to Regulation G. I don't want to go play against Urshifu, Flutter Mane, and all the broken Calyrex forms and all that garbage. I really don't. Kind of a bummer, but it's kind of a reminder that's kind of what's coming up. So that's kind of why this guy's on the ladder. I'm assuming he's testing his teams. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we hear the match. My opponent's running like a Regulation G team with like a bunch of really interesting stuff. So I don't know if it's like an in-game team or if it's just something crazy. He's running like triple fire type, which is really weird. My opponent has Lunala, Skeledirge, Terrakion, regular Typhlosion, Blaziken, and Toxtricity. Really interesting team. What I want to do here, I really like Rain. Rain's really nice here. Toxtricity's a bit of a problem, but I'm not really too scared of it as long as I have Arclodon, because like Toxtricity can't really touch Arclodon at all, unless it's like Terra Fighting. I think what I do here is I just lead Arclodon, Politoed. I'm going to bring the Glalie in the back, because I do have Rain, so that kind of mitigates the fire type damage maybe. I can maybe try to steamroll off that. What else do I want to bring here? I don't know if Rillaboom's really the greatest, because they have so many fire types. I'll bring the Gothitelle, I think. I'm going to try to bring the Gothitelle. That way, if it gets late game, I can just try to rely on the Arclodon to try to win me the match with this heal pulsing it over and over. I think that's kind of what I have to do here. This team kind of lacks offense. I think that's the main problem I think I've been finding with this team, especially in a lot of my testing games. Like, the main things that do damage are like the Arclodon and the Politoed, and apart from that, like, unless you get really set up with the Glalie and you can survive long enough, this team really doesn't have much offense. I guess Rillaboom does some decent damage too, but kind of mainly there to set up grassy terrain and more of a supportive mon for this team. What I want to do here is Electro Shot. I Electro Shot the Blaziken if he doesn't protect. Nice Weather Ball here. Part of me wants to go Terra Grass, but I want to kind of try to save the Terra for the Glalie later in the game. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch into the Gothitelle. Tech's fine. That's fine. I got a free switch. He didn't protect the Blaziken. Okay. I actually outspeed the Blaziken too, so like he must be running literally no speed. Does this just straight up one-shot you? Yeah, it almost does. He lives on an invisible focus sash. Okay. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Somebody's gonna have to run that Kelp. Thanks for the stamina boost though. So what I do here, I kind of want to keep going for Electro Shot here. I think what I do is just go for Electro Shot onto the post versus here, and I just fake out this thing out of here. He's not even speed boost either. Rocky Helmet Blaziken, what the? Brand new meta, I've never seen that one. He must be running like a max HP, like really defensive Blaziken. Maybe that's why he lived. I understand now. It all makes sense. I don't know, I'm not one to judge, I guess. I would never run that at all, but I'm not one to judge. Just gave me another free defense boost. The Archlodon's looking really good here. Like, he might have Skeledirge in the back, which could be a little bit scary, because he has maybe Underwear. Like, I still don't know what he's really going to be doing to me because I have AV, so. What's the Lunala here? Okay. Lunala that can catch this an Electro Shot to the face. I think he might just protect here again, so I'm just going to Heal Pulse the Archlodon on this turn. I think just let the Archlodon kind of just carry this match for me. He doesn't really have much for the Archlodon. Like, the main thing he had for it was the Blaziken. And, like, the Blaziken didn't do shit to me, so. To protect. Okay, I'm glad I went for Heal Pulse instead of Psychic. And I like +3 now. This is gonna really hurt. It doesn't do that much damage. I thought it would actually do more than that. There's the Phantom Force. I think he's going for that on the Gothitelle, but I don't even know if that's going to KO him or KO me. So, I think I just get rid of the Toxicity here. I'm going to Electro Shot again just to get more special attack boost. I could switch here if I really wanted to out like into the Politoed again, but I'm about to run out of rain here. I think I have like 1-2 turns of rain, so it doesn't really pay switching here. I think I just stay in and I Psychic if I somehow live. I think at this point in the game, like with... Depends what his last mon is, but like, I think once Lunala drops, I think there's like no hope of him winning the game by himself. It's gonna be like a 1v4 at that point in the match. Unless he has some crazy heat in the back that he's gonna try to... I actually live that. I actually live. Does nothing but some chip damage, I guess. He has Terrakion, so that's probably the worst case scenario, though. I'm at +2 defense, so I don't think he one-shots me, though. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Electro Shot the Terrakion, get it out of here. And then I'm going to protect here. Terra, what are you Terra fighting? If he's Terra fighting close combat, I don't know if I'll live. We're going to find out if I live this. It's going to be the moment of truth here. Does the Archlodon at like +2 defense? Do I live a close combat for this thing? I actually outspeed the Terrakion. What are you running? This guy has to be running some crazy like EV spreads, or his EVs are all fucked up. Because like I don't know how I outspeed you. I think Terrakion has like 108 speed. I just one-shot him. I just one-shot him, so it doesn't even matter. Okay. What are you running, dude? Either that or he's not fully bottle capped. How the fuck do I outspeed you? I don't even have Tailwind. I don't know, that kind of screams in-game team, but like this is kind of a weird in-game team if I'm being real. You really gonna run 3 fire types on an in-game team? I don't know. At least I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put it past some people, I guess. I don't know, it maybe makes sense. I Dragon Pulse here. I just Dragon Pulse and then Psychic for damage. I think that's game. Goodbye. This guy literally just got 4-0'd. 4-0'd by like an Archlydon, like single-handedly served up on a silver platter by an Archlydon. London Bridge fell down real hard onto this guy. Couldn't even get past the first part of the bridge. I don't know, there's not really much to say. I'll see you guys in another match. Oh, we're in another game. Opponent's running a Regulation F team. Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Incineroar, or Shifu Water, I'm assuming, or Shifu Dark, I can't tell. And then Alolan Ninetales. Actually a really good match for Archlydon. Archlydon's actually really solid here. Apart from her Shifu, so I gotta be really careful with that, actually. I think what I do here is I actually lead. I kind of want to lead Clefable, just in case he leads her Shifu. But like I really want Rain up too, so I think what I do here is I just lead Clefable. I'll bring the Clefable in the back and switch the Politoed out with. I could also go Terra. I think I'm Terra, like, Ghost or Fighting. Okay. That's what I do here. I really want to bring the Glalie. I really do, but it literally, I gotta bring it. I gotta try to make it work. I'm here to try to get the Glalie to work, but this is a really bad matchup to bring it if I'm being real with you guys. It's not good here at all. It literally gets outsped by like 90% of his team and probably one-shotted by literally everything on his team. And he leads this too, so he's prepared for this. He was prepared for the Archlydon Politoed lead for sure. Special attack booster 1-2, so that's unfortunate. He's actually the Water Shifu. He's running a double Water type on his team. And double Grass. I don't know, I kind of wanted to stay in and go for Electro Shot, but like I'm about to eat a close combat to the face. I think what I do is I switch out into the Fable here. And I just start going for Icy Wind. U-turns out. What are you going into? Well, he goes in, he's going to go to Ninetales here to get his own weather up. That makes sense. I'm glad I switched. I'm glad I switched out. But I think the Politoed's probably dead here to a Thunderbolt, so... My opponent was just really prepared for this lead. Like, he was like, oh yeah, this guy literally has nothing on his team. He's going to lead Politoed Archlydon. That's what he's going to lead versus me. That's literally what he prepared for, and then I ended up bringing it like a dumbass. And like now I have literally no snow for the or no rain for the Archlydon. I might go into Archlydon now, I guess, if I really want to. It's good into the Ninetales. I can get a Flash Cannon off for free if he doesn't Terra, but... I don't really know. I kind of want to go into Glalie. Let's see if Glalie can do here. I want to see how much an Ice Beam does. If I can somehow live one move, that would be really great. I'm going to follow me here, and then I'm just going to go for Icicle Crash to maybe get a flinch. Actually, at least from like a lot of the matches playing with this Glalie too, I think instead of Ice Beam, I would actually throw Freeze Dry onto this thing. That way you can at least hit water types. Gives you an extra thing you can hit for super effective damage. Thunderclap, that's fine. That would probably just straight up one-shot me anyways. I'm literally probably going to do no damage through a Veil here either. See how much this does. I don't even outspeed him because he's going for Thunderclap, so... I get the attack boost though. I do get the attack boost. That's kind of clutch. We're cooking. We got something going here. I don't know. I mean, I think it just follow me again. If he has Moonblast on Ninetales too, like that probably just two-shots me. I'm gonna Icicle Crash again. We're gonna see how much a +2 Icicle Crash does. Dazzling Gleam, how much that do? That does so much damage. Why does that do so much? I don't know, that actually almost one-shots me too. I don't even outspeed, like, I don't even outspeed Raging Cold. That is so sad. Unless this thing has no speed. I'm not sure on the exact EVs on this. It might not be max speed because of the... Oh, well, I get my attack drop, so it doesn't matter. I'd have to check the paste again. Yeah, it's not max speed, it's just fully defensive. So that's why he outspeeds me. Because you're kind of, if you want to outspeed stuff, you got to try to get a moody speed boost. I think he goes for Dazzling Gleam here anyways. I think that's what he kind of goes for. So I'm gonna Moonblast here into the Ninetales slot. Actually, I'm not gonna go after Ninetales. I'm gonna try to go after the Raging Bolt because I have the Arcodon in the back for the Ninetales, and I'm just gonna protect here for shits and giggles. I could go for Terra Electric too. Could be kind of a spicy play here. I'm assuming he probably has Incineroar in the back. It is the last mon. So I don't know, maybe Terraflight would be better later in the game. There's no way I win this anyways. Like, I need some crazy good boosts here. I need incredible moody luck to try to maybe even stay in this match. Okay, I get a speed boost. Okay, that's solid. So what I need here is I need to flinch onto the Raging Bolt and not to get one-shotted. I'm going to go for Flash Cannon here, and then I'm going to go for Terra Electric. And I'm going to go for Icicle Crash here onto the Raging Bolt, and I'm going to try to get a flinch. That's the only way I stay in this match. And like, I think even then, like, Urshifu just comes in and like cleans up the game for him anyways. I think he already has this one in the bag, but I'm going to still play it anyways. Like, if I really wanted to, I could probably just surrender here, because I don't think there's really any way I realistically win, but I'm going to try to play it through and see how it goes. Defense boost. See how much a Thunderbolt does. It's resisted. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage. I think a Thunderclap actually takes me out from this range, actually. And the sad thing is, if he goes into the Urshifu here, he just makes it so I can't protect, so it doesn't really matter. Assuming that's how much a Thunderbolt, I think Thunderclap just gets rid of me here. With another speed boost, it doesn't really matter. I kind of want to see this thing one-shot in Urshifu. Oh, here comes the Incineroar, though. That's sad. So now I'm back down to, like, neutral attack. It's a bit sad, though. If I can get rid of the Raging Bolt here, though, I can still maybe be in a good spot. I'm going to Body Press. And then I'm just going to go for Protect here. Okay, that's good. Did he double into the Glalie here, though? He never did. That does so much damage, even with an AV. This thing out of here, though. I still don't know how I win, though. Like, that's the problem here. Because, like, I think Urshifu for sure takes out the Arclidon here. I mean, I do outspeed him, though. I do outspeed him because I'm at neutral attack. Will a Glalie be able to one-shot Urshifu here, though? I get the defense boost. That might matter. I'm not sure. I think like our only chance here is like if Terra Electric Terra Blast somehow one-shots this Urshifu, and then we can stay in the match that way, I think. Because I'm going to body press here into the Incineroar slot. I think that's the only way I can really win. What are my stats here? Yeah, I'm at a neutral attack, so I don't know. I don't think I'm strong enough to one-shot Urshifu, though. Like, that's the problem. Moment of truth right here, y'all. We can still maybe win if this one-shots. Oh, that literally does nothing. I forgot he has Aurora Veil up, too. That literally does nothing. I think even without Aurora Veil, that would have barely did half. That is absolutely fucking pathetic how that damage is. Flare, do I live this? I'm at +2 defense. I do live. I do live. I still just don't think there's any chance I win, though. Because, like, he just breaks through my Protect with Unseen Fist, so I can't Protect to even try to get any more boost. I get the special attack boost here, that does nothing. Now what am I? I think I'm pretty sure, like, my special attack's still lower. Yeah, I'm still on -2 special attack, so... I mean, I can try to go for a crit here. Unless I get a crit on the Urshifu, I think I still lose. Kind of sucks that he has Aurora Veil, but, like, in the end, I don't think the Aurora Veil really mattered. But I do get a crit. Well, that wasn't a crit, that was just a high roll. Never mind. So I just got a really low roll this last turn, I guess. That sucks. Glalie's garbage. This thing's bad. If you really wanted to win a game there, like, we had all the stats and, like, everything kind of going for us. Like, I will admit, like, we needed some attack there. It would have been really great to have instead of, like, one, or, like, those 2 speed raises there, but... if there was a match there where the Glalie had a chance to do something, it was that match, and it failed miserably. So I just don't, like, even, like, trying to get this thing to work the entire time, I just don't think it's really that good. It's really not that good. You can tell it's just kind of a meme. It's not meant to really be taken seriously. But even if you do get really good luck, it just doesn't do enough damage. It's just not bulky enough. You gotta sit on the field for like an extended amount of time, and nobody's dumb enough to sit there and let you get moody boost after moody boost the entire time. And like let you steamroll the game. Like nobody's doing that unless they're really stupid. So let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want more of like a memey fun team, I think this is a fun team to use. Don't expect to win like every single game though, that's kind of I guess that's kind of as obvious to if you're going to be using this team, but if you guys want a team around Glalie, I think this is a kind of a cool team to try to use and maybe make it work. Kind of luck-based though, I think that's the major problem with this Glalie set, is just really luck-based. The one thing I would actually change is I would get rid of Ice Beam too and for Freeze Dry. That way you're at least able to hit the water types for super effective damage, and especially if you get like special attack boost from Moody, you can hit those and not be completely walled by the water types without having to go for a Terra Electric. At least that's what I would do. I understand why you have Ice Beam and Icicle Crash because you're Terra Electric anyways, but it's mainly for that type of stuff, especially if you're going against like something like an Ogerpon or your random Ludicolo or like some random shit that gets hit by a 4 times effective ice type move that's a freeze dry, like, or like a Gastrodon that takes like that 4 times damage from a freeze dry. Like that would be something really cool to have too, but that's not really the most common type stuff. Depends what you're really going against, but overall I think this Glalie overall, is it a good mon? No, it's not really that good. There's a reason why you don't see this thing. All 80 base stats across the board. Was maybe okay in Gen 3, and even Gen 3, I don't think Glalie was even the greatest at all. The ice typing really wasn't that good in Gen 3, and like the main reason why you'd run it anyway is just for dragon types. Kind of soft check those, and like even then, like a lot of the dragon types ran circles around Glalie and a few of the other ice types in Gen 3, so even way back then, I don't think it was that good. Even Mega Glalie, like it was really cool, and like you could actually use it. It actually made this thing viable. But even looking back on it, Mega Glalie was never really the greatest either. Just mainly because it was still, I think it was a pure ice type, so it still wasn't really the greatest. I don't know, Refrigerate was cool and everything with like a Refrigerate explosion. There's a few other things you could do with it, but overall, I think this thing just needs some type of major buffs. I think like all the ice types overall, I think ice type so far is still like the most weak type in the game. Going into Generation 10, like let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, but well, like what types do you guys think is like some of the weakest types in the game that really needs some type of buffs going into Generation 10? If I were to give some type of buff to the ice typing going into Generation 10, I would make ice super effective on water types without having to run freeze dry. Or what I would do is I would make ice typing resist water types. I think that's what I would do. Because right now, the reason why I think ice type's also still really bad by itself is because you only resist ice type. You have literally no resistances at all. So making it resist like water, which is one of the most common types in the entire game, could give ice typing a lot more viability and give freeze dry to a lot more ice types and like some more cool utility moves that kind of work like that. That would be kind of cool. I don't know, overall though, like looking back like this generation too, like what ice types that are actually like really prominent, that are actually good, that aren't carried by their secondary typing. Like the only ones I can really think about off the top of my head that are actually you see a lot and being used a lot is like Baxcalibur, Alolan Ninetales, and maybe Weavile. There could be like one or two other ones, I guess Chimpow, but like that's literally like a legendary, so that's one of the Ruinous Quadrat or whatever it is. So not counting legendaries, like just your average mons, like what ice types there really are that you see played a lot. Not many at all. Just goes to show you how bad it really is. Same with bug types, like apart from Volcarona, I think bug type overall really isn't the greatest. I don't know how you'd really buff bug type though, apart from like giving it maybe different types of moves. I'm not sure. I don't know, going into Generation 10 though, I do think the ice typing does need some type of buff. That's what I would do with the ice typing. Either make it super effective against water types or make it resist water types. I think that would be a really cool buff for the ice type. So I don't know. The rest of this team overall pretty solid. I think the thing I brought the least was the Rillaboom, but I just had some bad matchups where it wasn't really good. So not saying it's bad, I just had some bad matchups where I didn't really bring it that much. I don't know, I tried to make this thing work, even like in a lot of my testing games, I brought the Glalie just trying to make it work, and just most of the time it just ended up either getting one shot, and if it did live, it got a shitty boost off of Moody that really didn't do anything for it anyways, and it just died to the next turn to a priority move, or just died because it got outsped. So overall, Glalie's garbage. Do not use this thing unless you want to use it as like a meme or a fun team like this team is. But if you're trying to use this thing competitively in Regulation H, it's not good. There you go. That's the verdict. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys want to use this team, rental in the corner, paste down below. If you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more stuff on the way. Got some other really cool teams, and we got some other really cool stuff on the way as well with Overwatch new season here. The start of December and a few other things at the start of this next month you guys don't want to miss out on. We also have Regulation G coming back. We're going to be going back into that type of content, so if it's interested, you subscribe. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.